Congratulations to him. Big day for him. All of this happening amid a very, very toasty week.
Yeah, and we're just seeing normal weather now, but by the end of the week, I think a lot of people will be sweating it out there. Hope they got the AC tuned
indoors.
up. Yeah, hopefully they got the AC tuned up, because it always seems like heat wave like this is right when your AC begins to fail. So ease it in slowly, because it's going to be a tough week next week, especially if this continues into the middle of the week. And that's the main weather impacts. Midweek, we're kind of near normal. This is your typical June heat. So what we've seen so far, kind of what you see every summer. But this weekend, that's when things go above normal. We're going to see temperatures pushing triple digits and near 100 this weekend. That's not only for the air temperature, but the feel-like readings could push 105. We showed all the heat advisories to the north, areas that have been our heat advisories and heat warnings the last couple of days. And that excessive heat risk is going to start moving our way. So on Saturday, you see the orange area. That means some medium to major impact, especially in the cities. Let's think about the urban heat island. You get closer to the cities, you're going to see that heat retain itself overnight. Now, on Sunday, you see the major impacts for most of the Piedmont. This will be the day that the temperature will be around 97, 98, but the feel-like readings could be near 105. And then we go into Monday, we start seeing the purple. That's extreme risks for heat. That means everybody's impacted out there. You want to take it extra slow. This will really stress our electrical system, as well as any kind of outdoor activity is going to be discouraged unless you have a ton of breaks and you have a way to cool down. The reason it's going to really go up on Monday is the fact that Sunday and Monday, the temperature is near 98, but it's that feel-like reading near 103. That's what your body feels, because it can't sweat and cool itself efficiently. Remember, that's the way your body cools itself. It needs to sweat. And if the air is really muggy, like it's going to be with dew points in the 70s, that sweat doesn't evaporate. And so your body just wants to create more sweat, which doesn't cool you down, and then you sweat more, and that's how you dehydrate and just continuously overheat. And this warm pattern is going to continue. So the eastern 2/3 of the country, but really the whole country by next week will be baking under this heat dome. But here in the Carolinas, we'll be above average. This is the same time our average highs getting closer to 90 degrees as we go into July. Now, the moisture content is key. Right now, we have relatively dry air in place, so it doesn't feel so bad. But you see some of this tropical air trying to move in this weekend. That's why the feel-like readings go up. And Sunday night into Monday, you see some of the pinks in there. That's pretty tropical air. If we see dew points that high, we could really have issues. But then it looks like maybe some drier air tries to sneak in by Tuesday. So the weekend forecast, I mean, it was hot for Father's Day weekend. This is going to be really hot. We're looking at mid-90s on Saturday, upper 90s on Sunday. Both days it's going to feel like 100 degrees in the middle of the day, so make sure you're taking frequent breaks. In the tropics, we still have potential tropical cyclone 1. Could become Alberto, or even a tropical depression, but either way, it's going to bring much needed rain to parts of Texas and the deep south. You can see that onshore flow for us. We have a little tropical disturbance out there, not expecting much, but if you are going to the beaches, we're seeing significant risk for rip currents this weekend. So a lot of folks will be heading here to cool down. Got to watch out for that. Pay attention to those flags as well as the lifeguards. Now, rain chances, I mean, almost none. We desperately need rain. The drought monitor comes out on Thursday. I can tell you right now, we're going to see drought conditions expanding across all of the Carolinas, because we're not going to see any rain. And with all the heat, that's going to increase evaporation rates. That's going to put stress on the plants, which are already looking for moisture. So you get the idea. Keep those gardens moist, because it is going to be tough to keep everything growing. Here's a look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. You see the temperature soaring into the upper 90s. We want you to stay weather aware for excessive heat. So start preparing now. Make sure you have your house ready and your vehicle. Also watch out for your pets as we see that heat build. Next week, the heat continues for a couple days into the middle of the week, but it does look like some slight relief by the end of next week.
All right, Brad, thank you for that extended look.